Okay, today I want to give you a quick tip that's cheap and easy to make this grill look right. And we all know 67.8 grills had a problem with misalignment. From the factory they were misaligned. You'll look at early production photos, especially on the GTEs, because the bar will show you how off the grill eyelids are. But as time goes on, they get worse and worse and worse. So there's a couple things you can do, one of which is the adjustment here. So put a little socket on that, and as you turn this bolt in, it raises this up. But you'll notice this one's out of adjustment. It's been adjusted all the way. Two things are happening. One is the rubber bumper is collapsing. That's this guy right here. And the other is what you're doing is you're forcing the casting of the grill down deeper and deeper. And for every bit you collapse that soft metal grill this way, you get more misalignment over here. So we've even sold elongated bolts. So once you're out of adjustment here, you can just keep going. But again, is that the best idea? It's one idea. So I've got one, and I'd like to take credit for this, but I've seen this on many cars for many years. I'll bet the first guy did it was probably back in 1968. So here's what we're going to do. We are going to remove two Phillips screws here, and actually I'm going to remove all 4 screws to show you what's going on under there. Now if you're missing this, we call this a headlight door, and we call this an eyelid. If you're missing this headlight door, it is imperative that you purchase a pair. They're inexpensive, they're easy to find, we have them, they're on eBay, they don't usually break, people just lose them. And left is different than right, and they're denoted here. So this car has already had these little nylon nut zerts replaced. Sometimes they're hogged out, cracked, people have put oversized screws in them, but it's for this little project I'm showing you, you're going to need nice new tight ones. We got them. So now let's put this back on, but we're going to use some different hardware to put this back on. And you got an alignment tab here that goes in there that'll help you not get left on right, right on left. Here is a little trick I'm going to show you. This is a 1970 Ford side marker mounting stud. Came on Trinos and Cougars and all kinds of things. Instead of putting a Phillips screw back in there, we're going to put a stop. And we're going to use the factory screws, and if you're missing these, we have them. We're going to put these in the top, right back where they belong. And then we're going to grab a pair of vice grips. Smaller vice grips would help too. And just snug. You don't want to over tighten this. There you go. Put a little vacuum cap on there for anti-rattle. And you're going to find that the other side might need a washer or two to shim this out just a little bit. It'll vary car to car, I assume. We're going to put one washer there. There you go. Vacuum cap. And isn't that the cheapest, easiest fix you've ever seen? Really straight. And notice we still got our gap here. But I'll give you a little tip. You're parking your car this winter. My grill is not painted and show quality, so I don't have to wrap this in electrical tape. But you can shim this out. You can buy a set of wood shims for your door. There's different ways to get this shimmed out. Put a little pressure there. And then of course what you're doing is pushing over here, so you need to give a little pressure over here as well. Anyway, you can leave it like that for the winter, and you won't perfectly align your grill, but you will slowly get them to go back. The best solution, of course, is our little plastic grill straightening kit. But we got a theme here of let's do this cheap, fast, and easy. Because not everybody has a ton of money to put in their car in any given day. But I just think this looks so much better to have this eyelid right here. And now you're not forcing this bumper into the casting even further and damaging it further. So we'll go over here and do the exact same thing. Perfection. Spot on. Now this one seems to maybe not even need that little shim, but keep in mind, if you haven't converted to electric actuators, you don't get full pressure on this until the engine's going. So I'll bet once I start my engine that it aligns even better. It's pretty close now. Let's try starting the engine and see if we can't see just a hair bit of movement on there. Now when I shut it off, the vacuum will release. Here are my leaks. So I have leaking actuators on this car, so once it wasn't running, this just relaxed back. If I had a 100% tight system, the vacuum would stay in here and would hold it down. So anyway, inexpensive, quick repair, anybody can do in the driveway with nothing more than pliers and a Phillips screwdriver. Hope this helps and enjoy the new look of your grill.